I got the game plan in the background. They might hit me with the copyright.
They certainly competed against Oklahoma City, had their chances against Denver. Third quarter kind of got away from them. But here tonight, they've been fabulous. Three, deep one goes.
The ball confusion there. I mean, Austin, LeBron, Aiton trying to kind of run a pick and roll and get a safe.
There is no answer. You just to make zone connect. Put it down one time and step aside. Gillespie again. Yes, sir. Gillespie. God like rain in downtown LA. Unbelievable to see the job he's done for the Phoenix Suns. Turnover. Find the hot hand. Where's Gillespie? Instead, it's a Guitar on the floor. Won a title with the Nuggets as a pseudo-rookie before officially becoming a rookie. And there it is, LeBron James trying to get to double figures with a step-back three ball. He's got 10.
They deserve a lot of credit for the way they approached this game tonight.
But also, Derek, just the way they kept the Lakers off the foul line. LA is second free throws made and attempted as Gillespie makes another three. No Devin Booker for the final 3+ quarters of this game. You get 33 from Dylan Brooks as Reeves takes it to the rack. You get 26 from Colin Gillespie.
UC Uncensored is a series of conversation cards to help spark honest dialogue about living with ulcerative colitis or UC, a form of IBD. This is a safe space for us to talk about the challenges along our journey with UC as people of color.
What would you say to someone who was just diagnosed with UC? Find your tribe. You don't want to feel like you're on an island navigating this all alone. Men, largely in our society, we don't always prioritize our health.
We're a Filipino family. We have traditional dishes. You just have to be resourceful and find ways to make you feel included in all these events.
Advocacy looks like understanding when what is being told to you does not align with what you're experiencing.
My family's like, you're fine. Just go on natural therapies. That adds to the layer of stigma, I think, because it makes me feel like I am a failure if I can't get this disease under control. I'm not a failure. None of us are failures.
What does it look like to live fully with UC for you? Living fully for me has been very intentional about.
If I get flagged for this commercial, I don't know what this commercial is. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, because I don't even know what they're talking about. What is DC? So I'm kind of like deciding whether or not to do chain gun over. And I don't know if I should lose the mask. I'm leaning towards losing the mask because there's so much extra stuff to go into the story. So like, why does he wear the mask? I did the mask because it was like an interesting thing for like kind of like long ranges, Doro type of situation. And even though I could keep those elements, it was like there was something different about just Galley's raw face without the mask and the clean cut, just messy. Because when I introduced the idea of the mask, it was kind of like there was this separation in his character. So the raw face with the afro, it was kind of like that's him like in the war, but then it's like then I introduced him. He had the mask and the clean cut and kind of like the fade, less not the afro. And then it was like, okay, that's him after the war, and he's in this character of like more of a hero type. But I just wrestle with, do I need it? I probably don't. I just did it because I was bored with the series a little bit, so I haven't do more. Yo, yo, yo. Can I say your name in the video? What's your name? Uh, Kinsley Carr? What's up to Kinsley Carr? Wait, are you drawing? Yes, I'm drawing. What am I drawing? I'm drawing panels for my graphic novel, Chain Dog. That's what I'm drawing. Kinsley Carr. Kinsley. It sounds very British, Kinsley. Are you from England, Kinsley? Cool. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Where you from, Kinsley? Kinsley Carr. That's his name. I never had anybody request me saying their name in the video. That's very interesting. I wonder if it means anything. Does it like result in something? Oh, you're from America. Oh, okay. My fellow American, Kinsley Carr. Where are you from in America? What state are you in? Texas. It's crazy because I know there's a significant art scene in Texas. Even with comics and video gaming, I know a lot of tech pros are moving to Texas. It's so significant that I even thought about moving to Texas. And so that's interesting. I'm not moving to Texas, but it crossed my mind. And I got a bro in Texas who does the same as far as like producing comics and publishing and stuff like that. So I know Texas has a vibrant scene for creatives. It's not just comic books, it's comedy and music and movies. A really strong music scene. Texas has a strong music scene. It's very interesting. Shout out to Texas. guess I decided to do the math. Hmm. I'm in Minnesota, way up in Minnesota, and I can't like Minnesota has a significant art scene, but it's kind of still it's weird because it's a significant art scene, but it's not very established. So like I don't know how the art scene is in Texas. So let's say Chicago. Like in Chicago, there's an established art scene there where like if you're deep in the art scene in Chicago, then I don't say it guarantees success. You got a greater opportunity of success. It's the same way as the art scene in New York. I think the New York art scene is greater than Chicago. So it's like if you're in the art scene in that community, then you know your chances of success are greater as an artist. Now in Minnesota, you could be in the art scene and you can get some notoriety, but as far as like being a paid artist, I don't think being deep in the art scene in Minnesota increases your chance of success. It can, it cannot. It's very iffy. It's kind of like it's more than just being in the scene. It's like you got to grease the wheels, you got to kiss some ass, you got to get into some. It's so much extracurricular stuff. The whole thing with Minnesota is like there's so much extracurricular stuff. Like you dreading your work because it's kind of like you're so busy doing other stuff. You might, not have time to, because when it comes to the art scene and being creative, like, there's like a strong nonprofit economy in Minnesota. Well, let me look at what you. Thank you for liking this up. I'm glad I looked up to see what you were saying. I have a issue with not paying attention to the comments because I'll be drawing. My eyes are focused on the page, but thank you for liking this up. And I need that as much as anything. Yeah, Minnesota is cool. We got a strong art scene in Minnesota, especially in the Twin Cities. It's just, it's all about who you know, and I don't want to say kissing ass, but that's kind of what it comes down to, because there are established people in the art scene in Minnesota, and a lot of them aren't artists. They're just like in certain positions and they're on boards and whatnot. And it's kind of like, okay, if I want to get noticed and seen and have a career, I have to, you know, appeal to these people, a lot of which who aren't artists, and so that's like the irritating part of it. I can't speak for everywhere else. I know in Chicago, it's a vibrant art scene. It's not as political, but it's just being in Chicago. There's so many people that the competition is so thick. That's what makes it difficult. It's like standing out. I think that's the bright side of Minnesota is. It's like there's a lot of people competing, but skill wise, not a lot of them are very skilled. So if you have significant skill in Minnesota, you can stand out. It's just the part that you gotta kiss some ass to get true recognition. Because the thing about Minnesota is like, if you don't kiss the right ass, you get blackballed. So it's not just about skill, it's about the connections you make. So you don't make the right connections. Fuck, forget making the right connections. If you say fuck the connections and try to do everything on your own, then the connected people will subvert you and blackball you, and then you won't get no traction. So it's kind of like a hazing situation almost, where you gotta enter the game and say, okay, I'm gonna kiss this person ass and kiss that person ass. As long as you do that, then they'll let you win. They'll let you play. Oh, okay. I'm not just making this up as I go along like that. On my iPad, I got a page layout I did digitally. Don't know about phone this. I want to say, oh, the yawning. Have I been yawning? My bad. It was good. What are you doing up? I didn't know I was yawning. I wasn't paying attention. I am tired, to be honest, but I'm also inspired to draw. So you have to deal with the yawning. It's part of the game. You know, I ran out of lead. I ran out of lead. I'm gonna put some more lead in here. I'm gonna switch. I got these. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna just move. I'm gonna put some blue lead in here. Let's see what we gotta do. So here's a blue lead. Drop a couple in there like so. I'll put at least 3 in there. Okay, there's some more room over there. Okay, that's the blue there. Oh, I got 2 in there. I was using this. I had a like heavy technical pencil. No, it's not a recipe pen. It's a technical pencil, mechanical pencil. They got the eraser on the back, so it's a pencil. But I like mechanical pencils versus traditional pencils with a sharpener. They keep that fine point. Even though like regular pencils have their uses, their advantages. Because sometimes when the point gets dull and you want to shade, a regular pencil is better when it comes to shading. But being a comic book artist, the mechanical pencil is different. You can still shade as much as you need to. But that has missing tooth. Again, missing tooth. I was looking. What it say? How can I tell? Don't like those. Because my brother's birthday was today, and certain people didn't show up, and so I know he felt some type of way. Me personally, like I don't say I don't care about birthdays. I don't rely on other people for my birthday. I kind of always plan something special just for myself alone, and that's like what I do for my birthday. Go someplace special I like to eat or visit a museum or just trying because I'm a person of peace. I don't need excitement. I'm not looking for adventure. So if I can just like create a great moment of peace on my birthday, that's kind of what I look forward to. But, like when you extend your needs to other people, they kind of always fall short. And that's not to put down other people. You just kind of like, you kind of rely on yourself more. Anything you give to other people, you just give. You know, my new construction makes crazy. I'm probably going to end this live pretty soon. I appreciate bro for sticking with me. Uh, Kinsley Carr, thank you, Kinsley Carr, for partaking in this live video. This is the most interaction I've had in a while. So I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'm probably going to cut this short. I finished this layout for the page. I got some ink coming on because I ran out of ink, so I got some coming on like Friday, Saturday. Then I'll be able to start the inking process. I've really been focusing on color and bloody knuckles, so I'm getting far. I got so many series in the work. I swear I'm gonna expand this. So don't feel sad about your birthday. Just be glad you survived another year. Man. Just because I lived a broke life, so when I was young, I used to get in fights with kids all the time. And some people had knives, some people had guns. So like me being this old, I'm like, man, I made it. I survived. So I can never get mad or be upset at another day that I was able to live. So you alive, but ain't know it. So, all right, I'm done. Peace out. Thank you, everybody that tuned in. Kenneth Card, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for liking, participating in the live. I appreciate your comments, bro. Peace out.